So say we want to add some metering to a preset we've already done. I have made a 714 preset for monitoring, and now I would like to add some metering. I'll select new application. I select metering. Let's pretend that I have a 714 setup and a stereo setup. First I go for the 714. I select my default scale, or my scale, 2P60. Go for that one. If I'm in the US, I would select CALM. I'm in the EBU, so I select, or in the EU, so I select EBU R128. That was the 714. I also have stereo, so I just go again, metering, stereo. And the stereo channel mode gives me these options. I like the moving coil, so I select the moving coil. I also go by the loudness scale, and here we go. Now, before moving on, I can click any of these applications and say, basically go in and edit that. And I want to do that because I want to rename this. It's not going to call it metering, it's going to call it main. And the other one is called, let's just call that, let's call it stereo. And give it a different color so we can distinguish between the two. I need to set up the routing. So I route from my Dante channels 1 through 12 to my 714. I hold down my control key. It does like this. And I would like also to route to my stereo meter. I'll just take the first two channels for demonstration here, like this. Now, meters have no output, so it makes no sense to go to the output section. Just stay with the inputs. And this is my routing. I go back. Now I need to build my view. So I have my view here. It's empty now. I have metering 1, which is called main, metering 2, which is called stereo. And I now want to build a screen that displays both of them. I have my main here with my ppm. I also would like to have some loudness. Let's just put it like this. I would like the loudness numbers. They can go below this one. Let's just make some more space here. And the loudness range for this one, like this. That's for my main signal. Then for the stereo signal, let's say I just want the view. That's basically it. I can go back. And now there might be some details I want to edit. So let me just go back to editing the main again here and go into the loudness. Here, it's in here I set the more detailed parameters. And I have selected the loudness type R128. And for that loudness type, there are a couple of scales available. And this is one of the more important ones. The EBU +9 is a relative scale, so it shows the loudness numbers relative to the target level. I could also go for the absolute scale. I'll do that now. The target level can of course also be set. It's -23, and that's all fine. I can even go in more detail by actually going into my view and selecting my instrument here and press edit. I can come in here and I can set things like orientation, vertical or horizontal. I can also choose a split mode. In this case, I would like to have a loudness and ppm in a dual view. There are other details you can set in here. Once those are set, I go back, and I press save. And now I've added metering to my monitoring preset.